So the world's finest assassin went from an anime that I had decently low expectations for just because of where its origins come from to being honestly probably right behind Jobless Reincarnation for my most anticipated anime each and every week so far for fall anime, probably now and going forward. I think that the world's finest assassin is just something so unique that I don't want to say we've never seen it, but we haven't seen something of this magnitude, this nature in quite a while. And you might be wondering, what the heck do you even mean, Dom? It's just anime. And what I mean by that is we haven't seen an anime that is, it's an isekai. It is what it is, right? But we haven't seen an anime that is an isekai that has somebody who isn't like this high school boy, middle school boy, hell, even like a college boy. 9 times out of 10, we get this 15 to 17-year-old, sometimes maybe even a year younger boy who hasn't matured and who doesn't know the way of the world and things like that. And then we have to deal with him blushing at the touch of a woman brushing up to him and all these other, nonsensical things, these consistent anime things that we always hear. And one of the things I really love about World's Finest Assassin is finally the main character is this guy, this person who has lived a full life, right? He's probably in his late 40s, probably 50s, somewhere around there. He's lived a full life being an assassin. So he has learned a multitude of skills throughout his entire lifetime to do the job that he did to be the world's finest assassin in his real world time period, right? And with that, he's learned cooking skills and how to conduct himself, how to, probably conduct himself with people of high magnitude, presidents, leaders of countries. He's learned how to be a cook, which was exemplified in this episode. He's learned all these different skills. He's learned the silver tongue, like his dad called him out in this episode, right? He knows how to talk to ladies, talk to women. So he's probably not going to have to, be blushing at the, everyone kind of like touches up against him and stuff. He's going to really be able to take advantage of everything that he's learned up until now. On top of that, with all of this knowledge going into it, with all the knowledge that he's had, not only learning how to be an assassin, but haven't been one for decades, right? Going into this now new mission provided by the goddess during this episode, right? The goddess has tasked him with killing the hero. He has 18 years to kill the hero. He has 18 years to kind of make himself nothing into like the assassin that'll take down the hero. And with that, he was allowed to pick 5 different skills. So with that, he's able to use all the knowledge that he had prior with what his skills are naturally bringing into him and says, okay, here's the 5 skills I'm going to pick to take on the hero who has 30 skills. So he picked rapid recovery. He picked an ability that's going to allow him to get XP boost. He picked an ability that will allow him to kind of like maximize all the other skills that he learns, like being able to create spells, right? So he picked these 5 skills that are going to allow him to be not somebody who can go one-on-one with the hero, but somebody who can assassinate the hero, which is what he's being tasked to do. And he's also been given a purpose to live his life for himself. He's realized that he didn't live his life for himself before. He lived his life as a tool for someone else. He now knows that he's going to live his life for himself. So his one task to complete now is to become the assassin that will take on the hero, that will assassinate the hero. And once he completes that task, he will then be able to live the rest of his life in this new world for himself. And I just think that that's such a awesome driving emotion and driving story thing that's going to give us this plot moving forward. Is he's working for himself, right? And then, obviously he has conversations with the goddess and stuff here. And I really love the one moment in this specific episode. And he asked her something extremely important. And it wasn't even something I was thinking about. He asked the goddess right before, his very last question, because he asked her a bunch of different questions. His last question to the goddess was, do you want to save the world or do you want to kill the hero, right? He's being commissioned. He's being assigned. He's being hired as an assassin. So that question to the goddess was extremely important. He wanted to know what's her driving emotion, what's her driving force. Does she want to see the hero dead? Do you just want a client? Are you the client that just wants to see a person dead, or are you doing this to save the world? Is your driving theme for me to save the world? What do you want? And then he alludes to, okay, so it doesn't matter what happens as long as the world gets saved. I don't necessarily have to kill this person. And she's like, do whatever means you need necessary. I was like, that is such a amazing thing that he was able to point out. Then shortly after, we move into his rebirth, right? The goddess lets him and us know that he's now going to be reincarnated into this world to a Bashojo, right? To a beautiful, gorgeous woman. She's like, don't blush while you're suckling. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh my gosh. And that's the truth. He gets reincarnated. He gets born to this gorgeous animated character and a assassin father. He gets reincarnated into the perfect place for him, which is a family of assassins that are to the royal family. What's really crazy about this is, as it was surfacing the family lineage through the episode, it was surfaced that the family on the outward is a medical family, is a doctor. So they're doctors to the royal family and to the nobles and things like that. But on the inward, they are assassins, and they are commanded by the royal family. So I love a quote in the episode that says that this family he was born into controls life and death. And they do it for the royal family. I was like, oh my God, like that is freaking amazing. Like the writing is so freaking good for this anime. As the episode kind of unfolds, we then get, a flash forward. He's now 7 years old. He was born. He's had 7 years to be in this world so far. And he's constantly being inspected by his father, being trained by his father. He talks about his father having a dark side, which is, him being an assassin to the royal family, etc., etc. And we get introduced to his father, the way his father works and everything. They end up bestowing the Tuath Day eyes, which are these eyes that are able to see magic, see really far away, see night vision. These perfect eyes that are associated for the assassins, right? He gets bestowed these eyes by his father, and the father later says that he'll teach him how to do the surgery so they can continue passing it on. It's something that has been refined throughout the ages in his family, which are like the perfect eyes for him. And he was excited to get them. It is basically like another skill that he got that wasn't from the goddess. And I thought that was really cool too. Going back a second too, with his father constantly inspecting his growth and everything, one of the things that Luah, our character, had stated was that he wants to maximize his growth, his potential, his muscle, he needs to be an athlete. And again, he was born in that perfect family because with his father also wanting that same thing for him, he has it from two sides. He's being supported for his motivations, and he has somebody who can really be there and help him grow and be mindful of his growth to be the perfect assassin. Also, I love that it showed us like insight into his family, into his perfect family life, into his mother. I love his mom. His mom's hilarious. She dresses him up. She's a really funny character. She even tells him like, he's so cute. Do you want to suckle me like you did when you were a baby? Like his mom is just such an awesome character. I love her quite a bit. The episode ends up ending with him finally getting a magic tutor or a magic trainer, and ends up being a little girl, kind of like how Roxy is in Jobless Reincarnation, if you guys have seen that show, to where she outwardly appears young, but she's one of the 5 top mages within the kingdom. So now he's going to be able to learn magic from this girl, and maybe she will also be his first love interest, which would be pretty cool as well, especially because our boy's got a silver tongue. Overall, though, I mean, this anime has impressed me. It is exceptional. The writing's fantastic. And, I love when I see creators have original works and then they are able to create, like, the next best thing and really, really show their stuff. And I really love the writing in here. I think the plot, writing, character is all amazing. And I am thoroughly looking forward to episode number 3 and hope you guys are too. Let me know what all your thoughts are down in the comments below, guys. Let me know all your thoughts for today's episode for World's Finest. I'll see you guys next week for episode 3. And if you missed our reaction, click right here. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out, my friends.